Hey guys, welcome back. Today is a really special day, not just because it's the day before my birthday, but because something I ordered January 4th of this year finally arrived. Check this out. Any hints? No? Okay. Let's get it open. No kill like overkill. So, while I was on vacation right around New Year's last year, and when none of my luggage arrived for a snow trip, that was kind of fun, I got an email from Melinda at 49er Communications stating that the BKR9000 was available for purchase. So we emailed back and forth. Ooh, sweet. Oh, that's kind of nice. No pressure, no diamonds. Cute. Emailed back and forth a little bit, talked about what I wanted, what I was hoping for out of a radio, and they placed the order. Okay, that's my encryption motor cable. Here's the antenna. So that was January 4th. Today is December 13th. And it finally arrived. Now, it's not that it was anybody's fault necessarily. This is just new stuff. And when you're on cutting edge, sometimes it takes a while. So I like this. BK, it seems like, is stepping up their quality and their appearances a little bit. Getting excited. Okay, so the antenna is reminiscent of the Motorola APX8000 antenna. So check that out. Instead of the Motorola emblem, it has BK, UV7800, same here. Sorry, wow. This one says VU7800, this says UV7800. UV kind of rolls off the tongue a little better, but this should be a GPS antenna. Oh man. Okay, that's pretty cool. So looking at this, I realized it doesn't have a belt clip like the 5000 does, but it has a case, much like the APX7000 and 8000. I'm not going to break that just yet because I waited 11 and a half months for it. But let's put this thing together. Now, the battery has not been charged yet, obviously, because I just unboxed it. But if I remember correctly, the the BKR5000 has the same battery, and I've charged it, so we're going to put its battery in here instead. Maybe. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so are these the same batteries? Now I'm curious. They are not. Interesting. Look at that. Okay. The BKR9000 has a different battery. Same rating. BKR0102, BKR0102. That's interesting. Will the charger work for both? I'm gonna say yes, it will. I seem to recall the documentation saying that it was a charger for both. Now, I don't mind it having its own battery necessarily. I kind of would like to have one battery for both. But at the same time, I like that it's the same charger. That's a step in the right direction. But we are going to be a little unconventional here, and I'm going to cheat a little bit just because I'm excited. I'm going to put the battery on. We're going to power this guy up. And of course, the battery shows dead. So that's a bit of a bummer. However, I have a backup plan. So this is the radio. It's pretty cool. There's some other guys who have put out videos describing what it looks like. I'll get more into this later on. It has a rubberized exterior. Now I have excitement and a little bit of hesitancy to the rubber. Now the rubber, in my experience, when it contacts anything oily, typically will separate from plastic unless it's really high quality. Screwdrivers are a great example of that. Sometimes this rubber will separate from the harder plastic, and then you're left with a funky looking screwdriver. This radio, I don't think will have that same problem, but that was just what came to mind. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this guy programmed up real fast. I created a new code plug for this using Res, straight from BK, the radio editing software, and basically turned my P800 code plug into a, I'm not sure I like that. Okay, into a BKR9000 code plug simply by going through options, radio type, and then selecting portable BKR9000. Super simple to convert. Now that's for one at a time, not for 4 different code plugs into one. That's a little bit more complicated, but I did do that as well. So I'm not seeing why it is not reading. And this is the same programming assembly as with the BKR5000. They have the same port, but oddly enough, they're on the opposite side. Now, if you're facing the speaker, it's the same side, but if you're facing the display, it's opposite, and that's just a little unique. Put that guy back in there. I know I'm totally screwing up the battery. You guys are gonna give me a hard time for that. All right, sorry about that. We're back. Had a little bit of an issue with my computer connecting to the radio, and I think fixed it was just doing a reset on the computer. I've got a connection now. So what I did is create a new code plug by taking my where'd it go? My KNG2 P800 as my primary code plug, and then I exported code plugs from the P500, P400, and BKR5000. Wow, this is gonna get confusing. BKR5000 as Excel files, and then I imported specific tabs that I really wanted, and then combined one full code plug. Now, it's messy, but it's a lot easier than it sounds. You just have to pay attention, and then everything will work out. So we're gonna go open up the combined code plug, and we are going to, I always do something, and I almost skipped it. I always take a copy of the existing code plug in a radio, and I save it. You never know when you need to go back to something. Go File, Save, BKR9000. Boom. Okay, now we go to the one I created, and we are going to write that to the radio. Come on, buddy. Okay, it looks like it took. So we're gonna disconnect the programming dongle from it. Look at that. Go to zone. A different trunking.
Yeah, like this week, says like he says he does feel a little better than initially.
Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. So we're gonna go to Cal Fire here. Couple things that I'm actually really impressed with. It is a lot sleeker in the hand than the BKR5000. It does feel better to hold. The display is long and narrow, and this is wide. It's the same size display, I think, as the BKR5000, just oriented vertically instead of horizontally. When you compare that to the APX8000. The display is probably another 80% larger, which is kind of cool. The APX8000 is 3/8 of an inch shorter, maybe a 1/4 inch narrower here, almost the same width. Oh, same width batteries, same width here, and it's simply a little shorter. But when you compare buttons to buttons, look at that, the knobs are the same length. Now this again is the XE version, so it has proud knobs, whereas the traditional version has shorter knobs. The display on top is still bigger on the BKR9000 than the 8000. Fascinating. All right, well, I got to spend a lot more time on this. I just really am excited to get it. Like I said, it's been 11 months in the making. Finally have it, and I can't wait to share more of my findings with you guys. Being able to copy in 4 different code plugs and write them to a radio is just really cool to me. Everything is on here now. I can go all up and down the state, not only communicate with the guys I'm with, but also monitor what's going on if I need to take a different freeway or what have you. I'm also really excited. I know this is kind of silly, but it's exciting that I'm probably one of the only non-agency owners of a BKR9000 for at least another week until they all get shipped out. But that's pretty cool. So thanks for joining me. I really look forward to diving in more into the BKR9000 with you guys. I was really hoping that the batteries were the same so I could do more and work with it more rather than just program it and let it sit here in the charger for a little bit. I was also hoping that the BKR5000 AA battery pack would work with the 9000. That would make things simpler, just an emergency, but it doesn't. So a few things I got to get, but for now, I'm excited. Take care.